Lindell
Mm-hmm.
Adams, well, actually Denise Lindell, Scott Adams Fisher.
Okay.
Uh, I grew up in Jonestown, Mississippi, in Coahoma County,
Mm-hmm.
in Delta, Mississippi.
Okay.
Um, I grew up with segregation. I grew up with the whites had theirs and the blacks had theirs. I grew up with black men being hung on the levee. My daddy, Oswald Garrison Burrell Sr., and Uncle Gad Burrell was spokespeople for the black people in Jonestown. It was very common for the white man to shoot them in the back because they'd be drunk. And where my daddy would take on the responsibility of giving a white man the okay, the reassurance that they would be, if he didn't put them in jail, that they would be, and didn't shoot him, they would be there to drive their tractors from Monday through Friday. And I think back then the pay was either $15 a week for the tractor driver. When I chopped cotton, after we chopped our own land of the Scots estate, which that my mama inherited from my granddaddy, Sam Scott
Mm-hmm.
Sr. And we would chop cotton for the white man, $3 a day from 5 a to 5 p. Monday through Friday, you have $15.
So you know exactly who did you chop cotton for?
All the white men, all the white plantation owners,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Hurricane and a lot of more.
Okay.
I've been going from Mississippi over 50 years now, so
Right.
I try not to dwell on it. But, even in the North, when you're from the South, you recognize the double standard segregation stuff that's sugar coated in the North. But it's everywhere you go.
Right.
Um, when I was growing up, Denise, Denise Adams, Darlene Adams, and Ruth Ann Patton was the first three blacks that ever went to Oklahoma County High School, or white high school. And we were picked out our community to segregate the schools. My grandmother, Beatrice Scott, say grew up for prestige. All right. But that we learned, which once upon a time was a straight A student, um, the where in the black schools there would be nothing under 60 people in one room, and the teacher handled that for class, but in the white school, it was a few. Where in home economics, the black schools had um, two kitchens. White folks had like 12 kitchens, 12
Mm-hmm.
students, 12 refrigerators, mixers, and all kinds of stuff.
Right.
And we sit there and be humiliated. A lot of rich white kids went to Oklahoma County High, and they say they never made put the sheets on the bed backwards, which we had never seen colored sheets. All our parents' sheets were white, but colors had started coming out. Where in PE, it's just basketball and football. In the black school and the white school, they had golf, tennis, basketball, soccer, all sports.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to learn gymnastics, tumbling, so much stuff offered in the same town, in the same era, in the same time. It's so different. And um, there were women that was maids and nannies and butlers and all that. But my family didn't. We, like I said, we went for ourselves. We had a garden across the street from our house. Daddy was fortunate to have 100 head of cows and 200 head of hogs, and we slopped our hogs daily until 72. So all of us slopped the hogs, milked the cows. There were times like my mom would bring certain pigs home and nurse them and took care of them and everything. And growing up in the South, you knew who you was, and there was nothing like growing up with a black teacher to teach you dignity and pride, and you are somebody, and
Mm-hmm.
encouragement. Um, Back in that time, boys being in fourth grade, 18, 19, 21, because September to January, they had to work on the plantation to gather up the cotton and the soybean, and then they had a chance to come to school in January. And then there was a law that was made that kids couldn't miss over 60 days of school.
Mm-hmm.
In the 59th degree, being on the school would be 60 days. So it was very common for grown men, young teenage boys not knowing how to read. But because of the laws, you know that you need a whole lot to start learning how to write their sign their name, write their name, because it was real common. White man tell them write your S, and they
Mm-hmm.
couldn't read whatever. Uh, it's a lot of ignorance in the South, a lot of superstitions. You need to ask me questions because I'm looking around. Um,
Okay. And also, do you have me on speakerphone or?
yeah, I got you on speaker so I hear you.
Oh, okay, okay. Do you have headphones? Are you able to? Uh,
No, I got the phone, speaker phone,
okay,
cell phone
okay. So you said that you was chosen to go to Coahoma County High School, right? Which is a mostly white
in
high school,
Clarksville, Mississippi. Yeah,
right? So what
the
was your
black
neighborhood
people,
high school?
there was no neighborhood high school in town. At
Okay,
the high school, we had to drive, the bus went miles to Aggie High, Coahoma Agricultural High School.
okay.
And that's the high school that I graduated from was Coahoma Agricultural High.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, there was nobody to make speak up, to make the white boys stop meddling, to make them spin on us every day on the bus. And three girls, we used to carry umbrellas to school every day so we could hit them monkeys and they get in your ear. The nigga got tractor grease in her hair because we had long hair. Oh, just so much every day.
Do you
So
remember your first day of high school?
yeah, when we walked down the hall, all the white folks jumped to the wall about to smother each other because three blacks was walking down the hall and they didn't want us to touch. And then when we walked in the cafeteria to eat, everybody got up and moved
Mm-hmm.
because it was by law that we were up in the school anyway, because during Martin Luther King time, either they was going to segregate the schools or they would have been shut down.
Right.
It was nothing nice, nothing. All in assembly and stuff. They making ugly faces and spitting and throwing spitballs. Nobody made them stop.
Mm.